Hi, my name is George Samaras. And I am the first Primo employee and the founder of Primo. When I first came to the United States, I was exposed to the old Kamado made in Japan. The food was unbelievable. I bought some, I took them in Greece. All my friends, they wanted one. And 1995, when I came back, I decided to make my own. That I wanted to be much better than what was in the market. So 1996, I started the company in Atlanta, Georgia. And since today, we're the only US-made ceramic grills. And our first product was like everybody else around here. But by using the product, I realized that a round unit is not enough to cook all your meal. So you have to move things around, or you have to hold the food in the microwave until the other is done. And this is why I came up with the idea of the oval. The oval shape allows you to cook direct, indirect, and the dome, the configuration of the dome, allows you to cook more evenly because retain the heat much longer in the cavity. To make the oval shape, first of all, it's pattern, and second, and most important, it's very difficult. You have to have really good ceramics to be able to stand the stress of the ceramic by using it. We have a big facility with state-of-the-art equipment. We are using robotics. We have developed the only pressure casting machine in the world that use on this kind of ceramics. We are using a completely uniform ceramic mix material that allows us to have this thermoshock stress without cracking it. And we are proud of what we do. Because they say picture is worth 1,000 words, let's walk around the factory and show you how we make the best ceramic in the world, the Primo grill. Okay, here is where starts the process of making the Primo. In this tank, we are making the mix, and after it's all mixed and uniform, we pump it to the holding tank. The holding tank will hold the material for 2-3 days to age, so all the chemical reactions start to occur. We are pumping the material from the holding tank into this tank, which is it's a tank with a heat blanket. We keep it under a temperature to give more properties to the mix. I can tell you what is in the mix, but then I'm going to have to kill you. From here, we pump it through the pumps into the molds. This system has 12 modulars, which each one of them are different. Okay, let's walk from here. You can see the actual robot better. Now the robot can pick up the piece. This is the bottom piece of the XL. Okay, here is where we make the opening. And here you can see we use technology, but it's also an art. From here we are loading the cars, and when the cars are full, we put them into one of the 2 dry rooms. We need to dry the piece, because if you put it wet like this in the kiln, it's going to explode. The pieces, after we cast them, we put them in this room, and when the room is full, we turn it on and we dry the pieces for about 30-40 hours in a 200-degree temperature. So we take out all the moist from the ceramic. Then from here, we put it on the spray booth, spray it, and load the kiln, fire it. Okay, here, after the units are fired, they go through quality control. If the ceramic is okay, then we put them in the line, They put the felt, the stainless steel door, and start the packaging process. Those are the ready units, ready to be shipped, completely assembly in individual boxes. And it is made in the United States. We make them in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, this is the last step of the production. We are in front of the kiln. It's loaded with all Primos, but we have decided to buy some other products in the market and actually test to see how their ceramic is holding up with our specifications. We're going to fire the kiln tomorrow and we will reopen it next day. And I really hope everything will be the same, even if I have big doubts about. So let's see what Primo stands for. Okay, we just opened the kiln after the firing. It was a normal Primo firing, the temperature we have fired our product. And you can see the Primo, it's brand new. Nothing changed. The glaze is fine, the material is fine. This one have stand, I will say, well. The second one that we bought from a mass merchant, have completely melted. And I don't know if we can return it for warranty purposes. And the fourth one have start deforming. You can see in front and start collapsing. It was much taller, but it's coming down and the glaze start boiling. We have not opened yet to see what's going on the inside, but you can see the glaze, the whole thing start collapsing, was at the edge. So in other words, you can see that the quality of the ceramic of the Primo that we use, because we use U.S. minerals, and the way we make it can stand any abuse.
Hi, and welcome to Primo University. I'm Daryl Schultz, and in this class we're going to talk about just the basic components of a Primo ceramic grill, and then I'm going to spend a few minutes explaining how a ceramic grill works. So let's get started. Really, we start with the exterior. We start with a ceramic base, ceramic dome, an easy read thermometer that's actually calibratable, and I've got one over right here, so that if you find that your temperature is just a little bit off, or if you want to adjust it for wherever your elevation is for where you live. On the back post right here, we have a small slot right here that you can use for a flathead or a Phillips screwdriver. What you want to do is do a boil test. You know, you can just search for boil test thermometer online. Also on the exterior, we have our stainless steel draft door. Now this is where we bring cool air into the grill. On top, we have a powder-coated cast iron top vent. Now this is where you do your most control of the temperature with this. At the very top, you'll notice that there is what we call a daisy wheel. This is really used for low temperature cooking, but for the main adjustments to temperature, you're going to be using this. And what you'll see is as you open it up after the charcoal's lit, the temperature will start to rise. As you get near your target temperature, you're just going to want to close that a little bit and you'll see that needle just start to slow. What we also have on the back, we have a spring assisted hinge on the back, so that makes it easy to open the grill. There are two heavy duty springs in the back, very easy to open and close. Now I want to move to the interior, which we've got, and as we open it, you'll notice these are the cooking grates. They're porcelain coated, so they have a non-stick surface. I find these to be really superior to stainless steel, cast iron, any of those. They're very non-stick, plus they're very easy to keep clean. What we have here too is Primo has a reversible cooking grate, which is really kind of an ingenious thing, in that if you want to get closer to the fire, you just turn it over. One thing that Primo does is we do not have a fire ring. If you look at other ceramic grill manufacturers, they use sort of the old design of applying a fire ring there so you can get closer to the fire, but we've designed our grates so that you don't have to do that. I'm going to take the grates out right now. and we're going to look at the interior. Now your first component, the thing that really protects the base for high heat and what holds the charcoal is the firebox. We do have an accessory called a firebox divider. Now that's going to allow for two-zone cooking, and we're going to find out more about that later in the series. Below that is the charcoal grate, and I'm going to go ahead and take these out because we want to make sure that you see what it is. This is where the charcoal is lit, and then at the very bottom we have what's called a ceramic base, and I want to really explain this. This is really part of the firebox. This protects the bottom because it gets very high heat. So you do want to have this, always make sure that you have this in the bottom just to protect your grill. One accessory that I do want to show you that's really integral to the grill, this is the heat deflector rack and plate. Now these come in sets of 2, but I'm just going to show you one for right now. What this does is when you have the charcoal underneath it, it allows you to bake, roast, or smoke. So it adds 3 times more flexibility to your grill. We can do both sides, but this is really one of Primo's signature items because we have the patented oval shape, and that allows us to do two-zone cooking, and we're going to talk about that later in this series as well. So those are the basic components, and now we're going to go on to how a ceramic grill actually works.